Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today I am going to do a tutorial to show you how to make these cute little pumpkin earrings. So these are so quick and easy to make and so much fun for fall. And I have got 4 craft shows coming up, so these holiday themed things seem to sell really well at craft shows. So I'm going to show you how to make these. That's the set we're going to be doing today. Here's some variations. These are made from like a, I don't know what these beads are called, but they're kind of sparkly, little shiny beads. These are some bigger, I believe these are like 20 millimeter, just flat or just shiny round beads. These are smaller, 20 mil, or not 20 millimeter, these are probably 10 millimeter, 12, something like that, little beads. These are smaller yet. And then these are some little matte beads that I used. So there are all different kinds of, you can use basically any kind of orange round bead or orange bead that you think looks like a pumpkin. That's what I've done. I've done just all different ones. But today we're going to use these beads right here. And I got these at Michael's goodness, last week probably. I just happened to be walking by and saw them and thought, oh my goodness, those would make cute little pumpkins. They are flat, but they have like the little lines in them, and I just thought they just reminded me of little pumpkins. So I thought they'd make really cute pumpkin earrings, and they do. They turn out really cute. Here they are again. So they do, I think they look like pumpkins. But like I said, they're at Michael's. They were like $5.99. I used my coupon, my 50% off coupon, and got them half price. So, and I can't remember how many came on a strand, but let's see. I've made 1 pair of earrings. I've got a pair there, and I've got 1, 2, 3 more sets here. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 come on a strand. So yeah, but they're really cute. So if you want to make these earrings, you're going to need 2 pumpkin-y beads, whatever you want to use. I'm using 2 4mm bicones for the little stems. I am using a couple of small bead caps. Now, one thing about these flat beads, you have to have really tiny bead caps, otherwise it's going to look really weird because your bead's flat. Now, on these bigger beads, or these round beads, I could use bigger bead caps on these. Obviously they fit because the bead is round, but these little flat beads, you're going to have to use tiny, tiny bead caps on them. Like on this one, I've used very tiny little bead cap on there, and so it will not look weird hanging over the edges of your pumpkin. You're going to need 2 head pins. You're going to need 2 ear wires. I'm using copper color to match my bead caps. Now my head pins are antique gold. I don't have any copper, so oh well. And you're going to need 2 lengths, just small little lengths. These are like, gosh, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches. You don't even need that much of, I would say a 22 to 24 gauge wire to be able to make your little stems. Okay? So that, and you're going to need your chain nose pliers, round nose pliers, and your cutters. So those are the supplies that you're going to need. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to do is take your eye pin, or head pin, I'm sorry, and put your pumpkin bead on. These are so simple to make, you guys, and they're so quick, and they sell really well at craft fairs. So there you got your pumpkin bead on there. Then I'm going to take my little bead cap and put him on top. So that's what you got. Then I'm going to take my little, nope, I'm not. I'm going to take my round nose pliers and my wire, and we're going to make our little stem. So what you want to do is just grab the very tip of your round nose pliers, like this, and you're just going to wrap. Whoops. You're basically going to make a coil. So just take your pliers, wrap and wrap and wrap, just like this, and just make a little coil. And it came out. Because I'm filming and trying to reach around the camera, so it's a little bit difficult. Okay, here we go. So just make a little coil, make sure it's not going over top of the next one. You want it to go up your pliers. And you can make it as long as you want. I'm going to stop right about there. Then you're going to take your cutters and you're going to cut and leave yourself just enough room to curl back and make a loop. Okay, so I'm going to cut right about here. Okay, cut that off. Take your round nose pliers, go down at the bottom and curl it back. Just make a small loop, just like that. Just like that. And then you're going to take that loop and grab it on the top, just like this. Little loop you made, just grab it. Let me see if I can show that a little bit better. Fortunately, I can't seem to. Okay, so you're grabbing the flat part of that little loop that you just made. And all you're going to do is twist it straight down. So when you're done, it's going to look like this. It's going to be flat, parallel to the ground, and then your little coil is going to come out the side. And the reason for that is, and you want to take your pliers and make sure that the little loop is closed. Make sure that there's no opening where it can come out. So let me make sure that it's closed up really good, and it is. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, and then you're going to take your flat part and just set it down on your head pin. So basically what you've got is just this little flat loop with the coil coming out. Then you're going to take your bicone, put it on there, and this is what you'll have. Whoops. That's what you'll have right there. Okay? Now, you want to squish this down really tight. You want it to be really tight when you make your bend, but you have to be kind of careful because you can crack your bicone. So just try to pull the head pin up with your pliers, bend it over, and just try not to crack your bicone. You can't be too close to it, but yet you've got to get that tight enough to where this isn't going to wiggle around a lot. Okay? And then we're going to make a wrapped loop. So we'll take our wire, put it in the very end of our chain nose plier, bend it straight over and down like this. There we go, just like that. Take your chain nose plier, rotate it up. Take and hold it tight because it wants to slip out. Take this one and bend it over. So this is what you've got. Trying to get it to show it on the camera. There we go. Okay. Just like that. Let me straighten this up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and hold this loop flat. I'm going to take my other plier, grab it, and you're just going to wrap. And you'll have to turn it in your hand like this. It will not, I mean, you have to do that or it's not going to do it right. You want to wrap tightly, and you want to wrap as close to the bicone as you can get and make like 3 little coils, 2 or 3 if you can get them. But the thing to make sure of when you're doing this is that you're down as close to the bicone as you can get. And as you see, I cracked my bicone a little, which is frustrating. Straighten up your loop. Now see, I've got a cracked bicone, so I will have to redo this pair. That's what you have to be really careful with, but I'm just going to finish it just to show you guys. So there's my wrap. I'm going to take my little flush cutters, cut it off. Try to cut it as close as I can. There we go. And then feel it. If you've got a little piece that is a burr or a little pokey part, go ahead and just shove it into your wire there. Okay, so that's what you've got. It's really, really cute. They turn out so cute. Now, you can take your chain nose pliers and grab the end of this if you want to. And you can pull it a little bit so it looks like a vine. Then you're going to take your ear wire and you're going to hang your guy on there. Close it back up. Okay, just like that. Now, this is what you've got. It is an adorable little earring. Now, we're going to make the second one, and I will show you. You want to try to get your vine on your second one to face the other way. So when they hang, you're going to have a vine coming out this way and a vine coming out that way. So, you know, they're not both facing the same direction. So let me see if I can do this with them without cracking my bicone. So we're going to, again, put our bead on, our pumpkin bead. Okay, put your bead cap on. And let's make our little coil. So grab at the very end and just twist, make a little coil. And I don't try to get, I mean, these don't have to match perfectly, I don't think. I mean, you know, it's a vine on a pumpkin, so it's not going to be exactly like the other one, but I do try to get them close to the same length, just so they look parallel. parallel. Okay, so we're going to cut our little vine right about just enough to make a loop back, so about that far is what I'm doing. Take my plier, roll it back, make a loop. Okay, so that's what you've got. I'm going to take it and bend it down flat. So then this is what I've got. Okay, going to close it up. Just so it doesn't fall off of my head pin. Okay. Okay, now this one I'm going to set on here like this, and I'm going to rotate it over to this side. And hopefully, when you put your bicone on and you wrap your loop and stuff, it's going to hold it in that, you know, over on this side. So let's do that. Okay. Now I'm going to grab this, scoop my bicone down as far as I can get it. I'm sorry if my fingers are in the way. It's kind of hard to do this without. And bend it down. And we're going to make a wrapped loop. So you grab it, bend it up and over, rotate your plier, take it underneath, and then we're going to grab my plier or my loop right here and try to wrap it without breaking my bicone. It is a little tricky. I mean, you want to get it tight, but yet you don't want to crack that bicone because then you have to redo your whole thing. Get out of the way. My little loop is vines in the way there. And this can be tricky. This is a thick head pin, so that makes it a little harder. Okay. And I am going to cut it. I didn't go as far with this one just because I didn't want to crack that bicone. And it is a little sharp, so I'm going to take my plier and just try to tuck it in without breaking the bicone again. Okay. Alright, so there is our second little. And you can take your fingers or your round nose pliers, and I'm not going to undo this one too much because it's already kind of undone, but you can just shape it however you want it to go down the side of your bead there. Alright, and we will open our ear wire, and I want to make sure I hang it on my ear wire to where it's going to point this vine to the opposite direction of the other one that I did. Oh, and look at that. I broke my ear wire. Goodness. I'm not having much luck today with things, am I? So let me grab another one. It's been one of those days. I dropped a whole thing of beads in the floor. I'm just failing at life today. Alright, so there we go. So there you have it. There is your one little earring. There's the other one that I did that I cracked the bicone on because that's the mate to this one. Here it is. And I will, again, have to redo him, but there they are. They're adorable. They turn out really cute. And like think I have got this messed up, which I'm going to have to redo this one anyway. But you kind of want to get your vines facing the opposite way if you can. Now on a couple of these, like this one right here, I did vines coming out both sides. So you can do that also. And I layered the bead caps. I mean, you can get creative with it. They're a lot of fun to make, but they turn out really cute, and I sold a ton of these last year at craft shows. So I'm just going to make a bunch more this year, and hopefully, hopefully I'll sell a bunch more, but we will see. You just never know when you go to these craft shows. You never know what's going to sell and what's not going to sell, and what people are going to love and what they're not. So it's always a little trial and error, but I tend to find that the things that sold well last year probably will do the same thing the following year. So anyway, these are really fun to make, really cute, and like you saw, it was quick, simple and quick, and they're not very expensive. I mean, most everybody already has green bicones in their stash, wire, ear hooks, so, bead caps, you're probably just going to have to purchase your pumpkin beads, and, like I said, you can find this any shape, really, will do, just, I think you can tell that they're pumpkins, I hope. But anyway, these are a whole bunch of fun to make, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope it kind of inspires you to maybe make some pumpkin beads or pumpkin earrings. And if you like these tutorials and you want to see more, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Visit my website. Let me pull out a card here and I'll give you my information. So there's my Facebook, Instagram, my email, there's my website, beadonawirejewelry.com, and my phone number. So get in touch with me if you want to. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.